All right. Let's see. Okay, so how do I set up the thing then for bed? Mhm. Mhm. Mm. Mhm. Uh, All right, guys, this is just gonna be a minute. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Hmm. Hey, Ralph, didn't you say you was gonna get a PlayStation? Hmm. All right, let's see. All right, let's see. Yeah, I resent you a request on PlayStation. All right, let's see.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got two teams.
Yeah, I'll play a match while I'm waiting for him to set up. No, I know, that's what I'm saying.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway here on EA Sports. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Back to Taylor on first down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They run once more with Taylor. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Richardson looking to throw this. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. On 4th down, the Colts will call on Rigoberto Sanchez for the punt. Back deep is Steven Sims. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
And he remains the league's premier rushing threat and one of the biggest playmakers among quarterbacks. His goal each and every season, continue to expand his game as a passer and become well-rounded. All those highlight reel plays you see, they come off the fact that he can run it, throw it, and scares defenses every time he takes a snap.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 13. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Dancing to his left. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
There's nothing but pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they were pushing him to his left. Contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
And got his man complete. They'll get 34 yards there.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has 2 options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
He's going to look downfield for Henry, and all the way down to the 9. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 43 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. And he fends him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Under pressure, they got him again. A huge win defensively there on the sack, setting him back 12 yards. And now 3rd and goal. Now make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
Tucker's kick is good, and the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Richardson looking to throw. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Now Richardson. He's got the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the
All right,
corner
let's see what we
feeding
got.
that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trenton Simpson. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. But just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, they're running a crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But if you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused, and here he throws it into coverage and gets it intercepted.
Buying time to his left. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't.
Well, you got people who are crazy today.
And get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Jackson on the move to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this 1st quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped out, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And he's going to be sacked. They sack
For
him
what?
back right at the midfield stripe. Credit that sack to Travis Jones. They need 18 yards here on 3rd down.
So have you been keeping up with the report for the DoorDash girl?
And this pass broken up. The contact
Jeez.
time there, and now 4th down. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez.
And how do you want to bet she's going to be completely a complete idiot like Johnny, like Ramsey Khalid Ismail?
At the 4-yard line.
What?
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. He's going to look downfield for Henry. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
When you're backed up this, sometimes defenses sacrifice coverage for pass rush because they know you can only go so far on your pass drop. You've got the back of the end zone. So they came after him. He took the shot downfield. He didn't connect. But, boy, that was force against force.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Well, this this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it all the way up to the 45-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 42 yards.
All right, let's do this.
Jackson will throw again. Steps away. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, 55 yards. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Colts getting another possession here on offense. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. Dancing away at the 35. And this is going to be a Colts first down as the tackle made here at the 36. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Come on, set.
Motion man right, that's Pierce. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And this is going to be a Colts first down as good running gets him to about the 44. Now a timeout called for by the offense. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 56 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. And they'll go to the air now with Richardson. To the sideline and incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
And, partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
Able to locate his running back open downfield. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Jackson. He'll buy some time right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Derrick Henry.
What?
With his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Jackson here is going to look to throw. That's caught. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates. He's doing his thing. He's got some good yardage, but his team right now in the 2nd quarter, 0 points.
Just not a complete formula. Half of it's there, being able to run the ball and set the tone. What if they may have to go to some play action, throw off the run game, and try and get the ball in the end zone?
I was just going to ask you that same thing. Maybe you use that run now to set up the pass, right?
I would think so because the run has been very effective for them.
Now it's Richardson. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Josh Downs, 45 yards. And the Colts get a bit closer. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return. The Ravens offense and Lamar Jackson set to take over once again.
All right.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 46 yards.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on the wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down. Throwing is Jackson. Flushed out right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Again, Jackson rolling to his right. And it'll be intercepted. And the Colts are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The turnovers, obviously, Charles, always costly, but man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
All right, we'll see
all
what
the
we
way
can
up
do.
at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Motioning left, that's Pittman. Now here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give to Taylor. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 68 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Michael Pierce in all of his 340-pound glory gets the sack. Richardson. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Mo Alley-Cox. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. The offense on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3. And he is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now Richardson is going to keep it running right. And he'll take this one down to 36. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Come on.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens 29. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for the first with Sermon. And Sermon is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short. They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th. They'll run for it. Sermon. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball...
He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 29. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Jackson now. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. To throw again is Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. To throw is Jackson. Out to his left. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And the Colts getting ready to go. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Here's Richardson to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Richardson out of the shotgun. Over the middle, the catch made by Mitchell. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Richardson looks to throw once more. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 27-yard line. They'll look to throw again. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. Richardson looking to throw this. And this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. 1st down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal. Richardson looking to throw. And it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long. And they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Now Richardson, eluding the pressure right. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Anthony Richardson, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Colts get a late score here in the final minute of the 1st half. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Sliding out of the pocket. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Ravens would extend their lead here just before halftime. And this is turning out to be something to monitor as this game goes along. That's now 3 touchdown catches for him here in this first half alone. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
From the 36, Richardson to the right side. It's caught by Mitchell. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And you see
Oh boy, these guys are trying to call the timeout.
Play in the second quarter. Our final shot before the half, Richardson. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we have come to halftime. Getting through the break at record pace and right back to football. Third quarter, here we go. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Ravens offense and their quarterback headed out for this. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance. And got his man complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, 76 yards. And the Ravens come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
You okay, dude? You're very quiet.
Unable to corral him. He fights through. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Throw out right, pulled in by Downs. And he goes out right around the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And this taken in by Downs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Here's 2nd and 10. Back back to throw again. Over the middle, hauled in by Pierce. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Let's go now.
Now it's Richardson. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. The Baltimore offense at the line.
Oh, seriously.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw this pure, unbridled joy after that one.
All right.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
All right.
Now Jackson back into his end zone. And he is not going to get away.
All right, man.
The rush was too strong, and this
I'll probably get off and get some sleep after I play this match for my stream. So.
When he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety.
But if I don't play it tonight, we could try to play tomorrow. Fair?
Pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
And they'll accept that penalty. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll try the left side with Taylor. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. From the 45 on 2nd down, Richardson. A short throw. This is caught by Cox. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. Richardson will keep it once again. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 14 yards that time, but a 1st down on the keeper. From the gun, it's Taylor. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. Richardson shotgun on 3rd down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Travis Jones able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Gay's kick is good, and that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago, they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown.
And that's caught inside the 35. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry 72 yards. And the Ravens add 6 to their lead. Jackson here is going to look to throw. And it's incomplete, but a flag is down here, so hang on. Let's see what we've got.
So pass interference, the call is so tough as a defender, I'd imagine, to time that up perfectly.
It certainly is difficult to get it exactly right because sometimes you're looking at getting there fractions of seconds too early. That one looked a little more obvious. Always a tough penalty to officiate. Just ask the basketball refs when they have to officiate block and charge.
And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there, and sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
Off-play action, Richardson. That's into the hands of Mo Cox, the tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Running straight ahead, Taylor.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Taylor.
Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
104 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Keep running into the end zone.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43.
From the shotgun, Richardson. Throw left side, taken in by Pittman.
Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Let's go now.
Here's Richardson to throw.
Past the 20. Oh, able to avoid him. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
That is a big fella, Nnamdi Madubuike, forcing his way in. He comes up with a sack.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
On the option to give to Taylor here.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Richardson. Oh, he's intercepted again. It's Richardson's 3rd of the game.
And now look at him go. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Tucker now to add the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Indy seems to go on offense once more. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagged them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in
I
their
really think I'm doing good on this.
Every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
3rd quarter here in Indy. This is 2nd and 10.
Come on.
Play action. Now Richardson.
And he can't find anywhere
Tough spot here. 3rd and 15.
Like watching paint dry.
Richardson working from the gun. A short throw. This is caught by Cox. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to make it 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're just looking to do more of the same. They were good in the first half. They've extended their lead so far here in the second half. Oh, they're just looking good on hitting on all cylinders right now.
And sometimes that means a head coach who really has a finger on the pulse of the team may not have anything to say at all. May tell the rest of the coaches, just back it off a little bit. This team has it under control. I remember hearing about Bob Knight years ago in basketball, getting ready to give the final speech before.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry, 71 yards. And the Ravens get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. 3 quarters in the book. You got EA Sports. Back now in Indianapolis, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Throwing again on second down. Richardson. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot. Richardson out of the shotgun. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up second down. Back to the air with Richardson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Richardson looking to throw this. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Mo Alley Cox. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Richardson looking to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 19. On the handoff, Taylor. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Richardson to throw off play action. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be 4th down. And Gay knocks this one through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Throwing is Jackson. Rolling to his right. He's going to look downfield for Henry. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
He's going to look downfield for Henry. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
All right, they ain't going to get that back. I'll tell you that much.
Now Richardson. Connecting over the middle with Downs. Will go down as a gain of 6. And it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Quick slant caught by Pierce. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Back to throw. Richardson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And the Ravens are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Finding room at midfield. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Colts set to take over here offensively. And the last time out, they had the good drive going. You get in the red zone, they throw the interception. Not their first pick of the game either, so we'll see if they're more careful, more cautious here on this drive.
Yeah, nothing worse than repeat mistakes, right? You end up coughing the ball up, you end up throwing a pick, everything goes awry. And now, points don't go up on the board. I just heard a fan scream out, I thought the idea was to score points. Yeah, they get a little restless too.
Third and 9 here. Looking to throw. Richardson. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get your result. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Back to throw now on 1st down. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass.
And oh, my goodness,
this. Here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. They'll roll him out right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Julian Blackman. And the Ravens will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You got to stand.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Now it's Jackson. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Now it's Jackson. Sliding out of the pocket. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so that you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on and get back to practice in the next couple of days.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now it's Richardson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This is caught at the 20. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the end zone. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Taylor. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Here Richardson yet again. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there's no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this competition.
I'm going to try a head-to-head ranked match. See how I do.
It's a city home to one of the most loyal and passionate fan bases in football. And all the noise they're making is being captured by the Dome here at Ford Field in Detroit. Matt Gay now ready to get this one started. And we're off in Detroit. Greg Reynolds to return it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Gives Montgomery to start the drive. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Play made by E.J. Speed. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. First down the ground to Demir Gibbs. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Keep it up! The ball moving down the field, though. Let's go.
First down throw from God. Finds his man. It's Amon-Ra St. Brown. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. It's a gain of 12 there. And that gives the Lions the first.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
1st and 10. Ball set up at the 48.
We got that cheat code offense.
Shotgun snap here to go. Set it down. How about 29 yards on 1st down? And a fresh start. First down from the red zone. Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And it's going to be 2nd down. And again, it's gone. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete.
You know, I don't fault that look at all came downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
Got that cheat code offense.
Goff on 3rd. Has it down close. And not quite a touchdown, but he's down to the 4 before going out. This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
It's Gibbs. And he's in for a touchdown. The Lions finish up an excellent opening series. It's a Demir Gibbs touchdown. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense wants to see the finish for the team. That crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
The defense calls it timeouts. That's their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend.
Big hit. Big hit. Here we go now. Here we go. Come on, touchback, Chica. Go, baby. Come on, let's make a play.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. There's a return from the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. They track him down, but a nice return in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38.
Here, guys. Come on. I believe in you, D. I believe in you. I believe in you, D. Come on. First downs. Don't let him get there.
So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set. First and 10. Straight to the Eagles, Richardson. Getting out to his left. Deep down. He's reversed. Interception. Nick Robinson takes it away. And the Lions come through with a big play to close out our opening quarter. It's a big momentum swing on the final play of our opening quarter. 7-0 is our score. We're back to Ford Field right after this. Back and beginning the second quarter. Lions in possession. They take over just shy of midfield. On first down, it's gone. It's complete to the back, David Montgomery. And he's brought down for a loss. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Putting the tight end in motion. They go play action with Goff. Pass taken in by St. Brown. He pushes this down to the 42 before going down. It's a pickup of 11. And that'll be first down, Detroit. Off play action, Goff. He beams one deep right side. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done, incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. So it'll be second down.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
Goff trying again on second and 10. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose where he could secure it for you.
It's Julian Blackman. And the Colts are stopped on a return just shy of their own 35. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks them up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
Here's first and 10 from the 34. Interception last quarter doesn't deter them. They go right back to the air. That was just a little bit too low to be brought in. Looking for the back that time. And it sets
Oh,
up
boy.
second down.
All right, I can do this. I can do this.
Here's Richardson. Escapes the pocket. Deep down the side. This is inside the 15. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punch, or an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field, and the
Gets ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They bring their tight end left. Montgomery on the counter. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Pretty pay. There to take him down. They'll come to the line here. 2nd and 9.
Jump on stop. Come on!
Now he'll throw off the play fake. He throws a ball up to the shot. It's another interception mistake. He's intercepted again. Nick Cross has it. Colts get the football back with great field position there at the 36. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Collection made with his back deep downfield. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. In the red zone now. Looking touchdown, but can't connect.
Oh, that is such a bummer. A dropped touchdown right in the end zone. We're going to see how quickly he can flush this one. He better, because they got to make an impact later.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. And Richardson to throw. Almost had 6, but can't find in the end zone. Incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And that brings up 3rd and goal. Richardson back to throw. And it's complete in the end zone. Touchdown, Indy. The Colts will add to their lead at the end of the half.
Were they even paying attention? Wake up, Buttercup!
Matt Gay on for the extra point.
Oh,
And the point after's missed, so this remains a 7-point ball game.
oh boy.
They're probably still mentally kicking himself after that missed point after. He can take a little frustration out here as he kicks this away. Khalif Raymond to return it. He's got a lane up past the 30. And an excellent return here sets them up almost at midfield.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
First down, they'll run with Montgomery. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Zaire Franklin there to make the tackle. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Ewan with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Starting from the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Stop. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Flush shot out to his left.
All right, guys. So we're gonna play. I started off with the Colts, so we're gonna start. I'm gonna do the Chiefs next.
Take a drive from downtown along Broad Street. You're headed to Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles here in South Philadelphia.
Mm.
Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. On the return, it's Kenneth Gainwell. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return.
This could be it. This could be the turning point.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Right to the air. It's Hurts. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. They'll try again here. Second and 10. A shotgun snap out of Hurts. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
You work all week on this opening script, and the entire idea, Mike, is to get off to a good start, establish some rhythm, both run and pass, and settle everybody in. Well, I think it's pretty safe to say that opening script plan has not gone according to plan.
On third down, here's Hurts. Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive.
Get down there, huh?
What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on fourth down. They're indeed going. It's Hurts. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys first and 10 in the red zone.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception,
Let's see.
human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it, so we're able to move forward.
Okay. All right.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. It's Mahomes. That is caught by the tight end. Touchdown, Kansas City. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that...
I hate it when the arrow waves.
Look to the tight end.
I'm all right. I'm all right.
So the lead stands at 6-0 as this one is kicked off. To return is Kenneth Gainwell. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. First and 10. A pistol snap back to Hurts. He'll get rid of it. He's completed.
I hope we all appreciate just how difficult it is to throw the ball.
Okay, that was a good move. That was a good move.
They actually teach the quarterback to disconnect your upper body from your lower body. Just keep your feet moving, and however your arm times up, just let it rip.
Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to get the football at their own 40.
Really nice play here by the strong safety, and what's unique about this player is the position that he's playing makes him have to play deep coverage like we saw here, but also at times be able to get down in the box and be an extra linebacker. That versatility is something we're seeing a lot out of safeties in today's NFL, and you see a big reason why.
On first and 10, it's Mahomes. He's down right to the home run ball. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Shut him down.
First down throw, Mahomes. And he just does put that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Britton Covey now on the return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. First carry for Saquon Barkley. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
Do better than that. I want to see points at the end of this drive. Your game to win, offense. Move it all. We can do this, offense.
From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Looking right side, he's got a receiver. It's Smith. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. So one quarter in the books in this rematch of Super Bowl 57. It's the Chiefs on top. Here's first and 10.
Don't touch it.
To throw is Hurts. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got it.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. That's what the coaches say. Just play the next play. That's exactly what they did. Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard it.
On third down, it's Hurts. Escaping the danger, throwing
Good play, good play.
He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling. Operating from the gun, here's Hill. That's caught Saquon Barkley. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Second down and 8. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll come back to Philadelphia right after this. They'll come up on a second down and 8. To the air again. A throw on the move is caught. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time, and it'll be second down. Dotson, the man in motion. Again, Hurts. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. Hurts will try it again. He'll try to run for it. And the Eagles are likely going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He's out of bounds at the 10-yard line. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs. On 1st down, it's Hurts. On a throw here, right side, falls incomplete. He was trying to find Saquon Barkley coming out of the backfield. And it'll be 2nd and goal. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. Your one big defensive play can change everything about this drive. And what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now. Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field. And then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting slow execution. They try to keep the offense out there and extend the drive.
Okay, that was a good one. That was a good one.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line.
There we go. There we go.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the Falcons, it's Mahomes. He's going to let this one go deep.
So this was a great stress test for this defense, Mike. Everybody prepares to defend the quarterback from within the pocket. How do you defend that quarterback when he breaks the pocket? In this case, watch everybody flow. Everybody stays with the plate and maintains their assignment. They get rewarded for a chance at the interception.
Oh. Okay, that was kudos. That was kudos.
That is just a complete disaster. I mean, we're in the final seconds of the first half, Mike, and you give up a huge explosive play that results in a touchdown. No matter what you've done all half, it completely changes the game.
this away. But dangerous Nico Hardman on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. I think we're going to play a big role in who wins this one. Certainly a tightly contested first half, and you'd expect more of that here in the second half. A one-point game as quarter 3 begins. They'll come up first and 10 at the 40. Out of gun, here's Mahomes. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
And trying to push it back across his body, but it's intercepted. Picked off by their rookie corner.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. This defense finds themselves heading back out into the field a little earlier than expected, but they need to hold serve and keep this score right where it is.
The throw on second down is Hurts. Throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete.
So they failed to connect on another throw, and it's really been the story for both of these teams throughout this ballgame. I mean, neither offense can get anything going, and when you look at the scoreboard, it certainly reflects it.
Pick up there of 19 yards. First down, Philadelphia.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. It's not a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Here's second and 9. In motion, the tight end, Uzama. They'll run the toss to Barkley. And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch. Found nothing. And they get him down well behind the line.
What you love about these running backs, Mike, is that their confidence is that they can make every play a big play. But in this case, sometimes you have to know, all right, it's over. Cut my losses, try to get back to the original line of scrimmage and survive to the next down, but tries to make this play extended and takes a big loss. Pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
And as expected, this one's not going to get there. It's no good. And they'll remain out front by 1. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Show them what we're made of, D.
this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Mahomes now to throw on second down. This one, a deep shot for Rice. To the goal line and in. Rashi Rice. Touchdown, KC.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. The quarterback expected his target to be at a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Gainwell to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Hurts will work here from the back. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Hurts looking in the pistol. There's the tight end, right out the tail. Hurts looking to throw on first down. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down throw for Hurts. And for his third time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Drew Tranquill. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
They'll come up here, first and 10. Throwing now, Mahomes.
Oh, shoot.
Turnover they needed, it's intercepted. Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Okay, I'll give you kudos on that one.
In this situation, you're on defense. You're defending your own goal line. You got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance,
Let's
bets on
see.
himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
On first down, it's Hurts. Trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is
Oh,
incomplete.
what am I doing?
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump. And already reported a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls.
And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Nick Bolton. And his
GG. That was actually a good game. All right, guys. I played 2 matches. We played as 2 teams. I think what I'll do is I'll come back, and we got 2 wins in our last match. So I think I'll come back to this some other time. Because right now I'm gonna get off here, take a bit of a break, get some sleep, or maybe just relax a little bit. But anyhow, guys, if you guys like the content, make sure to like, subscribe, and favorite. Comment down below. Turn on notification bell so anytime I go live, you get the ring a ding ding. Know I'm in the bling. If you guys are from the other side of the world, have a good morning, good evening, good night. If you're from the other side of the world, reverse of reverse. If you're from the good old USA, have a good night to a good morning to a good day. Bach the Rock sign out. Catch you guys on the flip side. Peace out, and I'll catch you guys later.